WVEC-TV, Plan.
Time for Hutton's Flavor 2, and here we go.
This is Jeff Gray, ABC News.
Gary Duschl is not yanking your chain. In fact, each year he has his measured. It's a gum wrapper chain that he began way back in 1965.
I was in high school, and some of the kids in the class were folding up and making these gum wrapper chains, and I thought it was quite amazing. I had them show me how to do it, and I took it from there.
Took it from there, he did. By folding a piece of Wrigley chewing gum wrapper and then linking it to the chain, Gary's amazing hobby has grown, and then some.
It's my competitive nature. I started to the longest in the class, the longest in the school, the longest in the area, and then, well, I guess I went to the longest in the world.
Longest in the world to qualify for the Guinness Book 9 times, and Ripley's, believe it or not. For 10 years now, Gary has had his chain officially measured by licensed surveyors for the record books. He was at 1 million of these wrappers last year and tells us this year he's got 35,000 more of them. The chain now measures 8.4 miles long.
Mostly congratulations from people, but some people are wondering if I wouldn't have better use of my time than to spend folding wrappers.
So how much gum does Gary and his wife chew?
I don't chew gum at all. And Gary really doesn't. He gives a lot of it away.
Details of how to make the chain are on my website, www.gumwrapper.com.
Something to chew on. Joe Flanagan, 13 News. Gary Duschl started this gum wrapper chain 42 years ago and has been included in the Guinness World Record books for years. But this was all about Ripley's. Now, Ripley's recognizes him as a rap artist and is letting the public meet the man at their new museum in Williamsburg.
Well, they'll probably ask me, Gary, did you chew all that gum yourself? And
he averages 3 feet a day, folding each gum wrapper and attaching it to the 9.6-mile chain. In 42 years, Gary's attached 1.1 million Wrigley wrappers. Did he invent this technique?
No. This was actually started in the 1920s, and it was prison art. The prisoners with a lot of time on their hands and, of course, a lot of wrappers.
This Ripley's Museum on Richmond Road in Williamsburg has been open since August. Gary Duschl's item fits perfect in here, where you see some of the most unusual things you'll ever see.
I think it's incredible. I think it's exactly what Ripley's was founded for, and I think it's something that Robert Ripley himself would have really enjoyed.
Believe it or not.
Oh, I'm definitely going to learn how. I love doing crafts, so I'm going to learn how to make a bracelet today.
The next goal will be the 10-mile mark. I expect to hit that in the fall of this year.
Joe Flanagan, 13 News, Williamsburg. Good morning, everybody. Joe Flanagan here in Virginia Beach. You are looking at a world record gum wrapper chain that actually began in March of 1965. Gary Duschl began this gum wrapper chain in Canada back in 65, and ever since he's been adding on and adding on and adding on, and the folks at Guinness are aware of him. He's been in their books many times. Ripley's, believe it or not, and now a new publication appropriately called Weird Virginia. We're going to tell you all about that one. Here's Gary with part of his chain. Gary, for our viewers' sake, how did this start, and how long have you been doing it?
I started it in high school in 1965, March 11th, 1965. Some of the kids were showing me how to do it in the class, and I said, boy, that looks great. Show me how to do it. I went for the longest in the class, the longest in the school, the longest in the town, and ended up with the longest in the world, Joe.
Amazing. Now, this weekend, he reaches 10 miles, and this is a mark you've been after for some time.
For 42 and a half years now, I've been after the 10-mile mark, and I'm finally going to achieve it this Saturday.
And this book, Weird Virginia, is featuring you in it, and that book will be at Barnes & Noble with you Saturday?
Yes, I'll be signing up books once the chain has been officially measured to make sure that it is 10 miles in length, and when that's done, I'll be signing up books for anyone, and they can sign up the gum wrappers for inclusion on the next 10-mile stretch that I'll be working on.
And you wanted to credit these folks with Weird Virginia. That publication is really doing you a favor.
Yes, they've billed me as the world's greatest rap artist, and I do appreciate it.
And that book and you will be there. Like you said, you're going to be signing those books. Again, it's Barnes & Noble this Saturday, the one at Town Center. And what are the times?
Between 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock, I will be signing the books. The official measurement will be done at 1 o'clock.
So what does it mean to you to finally hit 10 miles of gum wrappers?
Well, this is a real accomplishment in my life. I'm very pleased and very proud to be in the Guinness Book of Records, but to be in the Weird Virginia and be noted as the world's greatest rap artist and a local legend is a fantastic feeling, Joe.
And speaking of raps, what about the rap of being out there, wacky, strange hobby you have here? What do you say to that?
Well, a lot of people say that I should get a life, but I have a wonderful life. This is a great hobby for me, and I meet an awful lot of wonderful people while I'm doing it, Joe.
You don't have a stick of gum on you, do you? I'm a little hungry.
I have a few sticks of gum, Joe.
All right. Gary Duschl, great job, man, and happy mark that you're going to make here this Saturday. We admire you for your weird hobby. I can get into that totally. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Joe. Appreciate it.
Have a great day, everybody.
Hi, Gary. How are you? On the Southwest.
Walk into Gary's home and you'll notice two things. First, there's a lot of love.
Hi, Deborah.
Hi, nice to meet you.
And who's this?
This is little BB doll.
Hi, baby doll.
And go upstairs and you'll see there's gum. Lots of gum. But BB doll isn't allowed up here.
We don't let her in there alone in case she starts eating the wrappers.
Stuffed inside all these boxes is a huge chain of gum wrappers.
2 million wrappers.
Visualize that. If Gary stretched out his chain,
I believe it's about 40 Empire State Buildings, 287 football fields. Right now it's about 16 and a half miles long.
Wow.
Now, if you look down here, this is the very first link that I ever put on.
he started in 1965 when he was 14 during a competition in school and stuck with it.
Pun intended.
He's in the Guinness Book of World Records. He's been on TV like the old Rosie O'Donnell show. He gets praise from all over the world, and Wrigley's sponsors him, so he won't have to eat the costs.
The gum in this chain represents close to $150,000 worth of gum.
His wife values the rhythm of his rap.
It's like knitting, almost.
To her, it's a tremendous work ethic that can't be beat.
He's just a go-getter, the most disciplined person I have ever met.
I'm very proud to be noted as the world's greatest rap artist.
Today, a man in Virginia Beach broke his own Guinness World Record. Gary Duschl has held the record for the world's longest gum wrapper chain since 1995. He says it's now more than 23 miles long. Photojournalist Jason Walsh stopped by his home today as surveyors from Guinness confirmed the official length.
Started 60 years ago today in grade 9. I'm pretty proud of the fact that I've stuck with it for the last 60 years too. In high school, the kids were doing it, and my classmates, and I said, boy, that's neat, show me how to do it, and they did. Then we got into a bit of a competition to see who could get the most wrappers and the longest chain, and I won that easy enough, and then it went from that to the longest chain in the city, and then, well, here I am, longest in the world. I finished last night and marked it at 122,066 feet. Okay, that's 23.11 miles, I guess it is.
Good.
Now, that's unofficial because the official measurement is being done now, and they could come up with something a little different than mine, hopefully not too far off, but theirs will be the official measurement and the official length for inclusion into the Guinness Book of Records and for breaking my record.
You still chew gum?
No. I mean a little bit, but not as much as I used to. I would have to put a stick of gum in my mouth every 11 minutes, day and night, 24 hours for 60 years to have chewed that much gum. It's something fun for me because I get to meet an awful lot of interesting people, but never dreamt that I would be in the Guinness Book of Records. So to me, that is a real thrill.